Can you believe? Can you believe we're now 5 episodes away from 700?
Wow.
Holy potato skins. So I guess if you really do the math, that means it's 105 episodes from Dunsville.
You still saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No episode 800, man.
Well, that's only like one more year, right?
Yeah.
1 year and a half.
It's been a good run.
All right.
3 guys before the game. Welcome in, everyone. We're going to preview the Cincinnati Bearcat, West Virginia, second game of the year. West Virginia's first repeat opponent of the 3 that they have. Preview coming up, plus a few other things. 3 guys before the game, brought to us by GoMart. Get yourself that GoMart rewards card. Go to GoMart.com for the details. By Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. Well, they sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. If you don't know, they're the only Honda Marine premium dealership in the state of West Virginia. We'll get into that.
I just got a text from the president just now. He's incredible.
The president of Lou Wendell?
No, of the university.
Oh. 3 guys brought to us by Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way with a Tudor's Biscuit. That sunrise special for $5 just might be the greatest value in the world. 3 guys brought to us by Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Jan Dill's attorneys at law, they won't take no for an answer. By Connolly CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers. All right, let's jump in. Hopster in, Senator is in, Mountaineers on the road later today. We record so early on Wednesday morning that the cats haven't even headed back to their houses yet. I mean, the cats kind of just wander around.
Well, if you let them out, you should. This weather.
Here comes Johnny. Here, don't even start talking about cats because you're the only guy I know that walks one on a leash. So don't even bring this. Don't bring cats into this thing. By the way, if you walk your cat on a leash, send us a note on the text line. I just want to see how many people out there do that. I mean, if it was a tiger, I could see putting a doggone thing on a leash. It's a cat.
I could go into a whole thing here. I'm not, but I mean, you just don't know what you're talking about. But
you're saying all the people that don't have leashes on their cats are wrong?
Okay, all right.
Now I don't have time.
All right.
What you're saying?
No, one sentence. No, never mind.
Is it a flight risk? Is that why you leash it?
Oh yeah. Well. Just go on. Just go on.
This has got him perplexed. I mean, one day removed from coming back from the state capitol, where I'm sure you had to deal with a lot of rhetorical issues, and all of a sudden a cat on a leash has got you tongue-tied.
A lot of 3 guys, folks, at the Capitol yesterday.
They like it?
Yeah.
Got your picture made?
Got a picture made. Stopped at the GoMart on the way back at Flatwoods.
Left or the right?
Well, I was coming north, so it was on the right. Well, it was on the left.
Every time. See, every
there
time.
He is. Okay,
every time.
Let's tell him where he was. He was at the left GoMart.
But you get off on the right, and then you take a left.
What city were you in right there?
What's that?
What city were you in?
In Flatwoods.
That's Flatwoods?
Yeah.
That's the left. That'll be the left. Yeah, because he came in the interstate.
That's that's not the 2 GoMart Plaza.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah. Yes,
yeah, he's on
Where were you? Where did you walk to get that picture?
Hey, Jake, can you put that up there again?
We've been there a billion times. We've never got that angle of a picture.
That's a different angle. And I know where he is. So if you go to to the right of the picture, that's the interstate exit there.
No.
He's all turned around.
Where is he?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even sure he's in.
Where were you standing?
I was standing. Okay. You come off the exit on the right, then you turn left.
Wait, are you coming north?
Correct. I'm coming north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you turn left into the GoMart Plaza.
Correct.
And I pull straight in past the gas pumps.
Yeah.
Pull up to some of the parking places, and I got out and I took the phone and I took
the first one.
And I took a picture facing back toward the main road, back toward the road, not the interstate, but the road. So the store is in front of me. The store is in front of me.
Well, Hoppy, when you're out there without a jacket, you're going to catch a death of cold. A death of cold, I tell you.
It was snowing.
Cold out there for a guy without a jacket. Anyway. GoMart also, we're in the month of February, so we got another Vinyl Value Day coming up. I believe they've got the Vinyl Value product this month is a Coca-Cola.
Well, I don't know that. Unconfirmed.
Oh, geez.
Unconfirmed.
That might be.
Be nice, kid. Nice
we'll
cold
get it,
Coca-Cola.
Stay tuned.
That's good when the weather's cold, but a cold Coca-Cola tastes good.
Did not
know
that.
Weather's cold.
Did you not stop at the Oakview GoMart on the way down?
No, did not. Did not. Stopped on the way back, used the restroom, got a tea, headed back.
I recommend the Elkview one as well.
Thank
You can go ahead and hit both of them. Right as you're coming out of Charleston, just zip in.
Well,
or right as you're about to enter, just zip in, grab what you need, move on.
I did think about it because as a person of a certain age, you do
Correct.
think about
you need to know where your stops are. That's what I'm
pull
telling you. You hit that one, then as you're headed up north, and you get off in Flatwoods, and you're in good shape.
As it was,
Get you to Bridgeport.
Barely made it in the Capitol.
Understood.
Stormed into the parking.
Did you miss it?
What's that?
I mean, was that the first time you've been back since you haven't been doing the show?
No, second or third time. But I did, look, I like it. I know a lot of people down there. You see a lot of people, and it's interesting. I mean, either you love it or you wouldn't want to be near it. I know probably you guys wouldn't, but I mean, I enjoy.
I'm going down there Monday.
Yeah, you're not going to the Capitol.
No.
But I just saw a lot of people that I know and have acquainted with over the years, and I always appreciate
Are you
that.
still as polarizing as you were when you were hosting your show?
I don't think I ever was that polarizing. I thought I was.
Then people give you the stink eye when you used to go there?
Fair. Well, the people that don't like me don't come up and say anything.
Yeah.
So there might be a whole crew of those.
Did you get any stink eyes yesterday?
Did I? Not that I noticed.
Yeah, not that you care.
But yesterday was Marshall Day, and today is WVU Day. So
today's WVU Day.
Yeah, very crowded.
Is that what the president just texted
The
in
president
about?
texted me a picture. He was with the Supreme Court last night.
You got it, too. He texted all of us. I mean, Kirch was over here saying he got text in the pro. You got Webre got one.
Oh,
there he is.
I just diminished my text.
Correct, because you were trying to diminish us, so I wasn't going to say anything, and you did it twice to try and big time and name drop. Just said, you guys don't know about group texts? Multiple people can be on the text.
How does that work?
It's always interesting when the Supreme Court doesn't have its robes on.
Yeah, you see them.
They that's always a different
I saw it.
Are we recording yet? What time does it start?
No, it doesn't start till 8:15.
Okay, thank you.
But he referenced, do you see what he said there, though? About my ancestor?
Oh, yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian who...
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. Might want to start again.
He could...
Forget 800. We're not making 700.
What in the hell are we doing on this thing?
Seriously, are we on?
This is what infuriates people that listen,
understand.
that listen and want to know about the Cincinnati game.
I understand why they'd be infuriated.
Flatwoods, Go-Mart. Now we're talking about the Supreme Court and Samuel Kercheval and Thomas Jefferson running around at a frat party.
I'll tell you off air about that.
Thank you.
My bad. My bag.
All right, let's get the heck into this thing. Believe it or not, ADD me is like, let's get on to the topic. I mean, it's bad when I want to get onto the topic.
Yeah, I hear you. All
right. So
sorry, everyone.
Our apologies.
Welcome in. 3 Guys Before the Game, episode number.
All right, here we go. West Virginia, Cincinnati. Bearcats right now are straight up at 500. They're 11-11 overall. All 11 of their wins have come on their home hardwood.
Correct, sir.
11-2 at home, 0-6 on the road, 0-3 neutral. Since the last time West Virginia played them, they are right in the middle. They're 4-3. After West Virginia, they went to UCF. They lost by 2 to West Virginia, 62-60, then lose by a single point, had a shot at the end of the game to beat UCF. Didn't, 73-72. Beat the Colorados, and then absolutely lambasted, I tell you, Iowa State.
Yeah.
And then went to Arizona when West Virginia was in Arizona. We did the reverse of what they did. They played Arizona first, then Arizona State. They got beat there and were there for a week. Left on a Monday and got back the following Monday and late afternoon because of all the weather. They couldn't get through. We snuck in. They beat the Baylors last week at their place, 67-57, the same Baylor team that was here.
Gave Houston a game.
Well, not really. They got
within 7.
At home. That was, back in early January.
Oh, back in January. But they went to Houston. Houston said this week, they said, what's that?
Excuse me?
Come here. It was a Saturday.
Well.
Beat them 76-54, 22. Anyway, you got nothing. Okay, we'll get into it.
Don't use all my stuff. Please.
All right. I guess I'll just be commercial boy, and you guys can just take care of everything else.
Well, I mean, you've assigned me obvious things, and you're doing all the obvious things.
But your obvious things oftentimes have nothing to do with basketball anymore. You're talking about this date in history. Joe DiMaggio walked by a coffee shop, and he ran into, Mickey Rooney.
I thought you enjoyed this.
I do like those. I do like those. All right.
Jeez, tough crowd.
This is the worst show ever. Let's do this thing. Let's just do this.
Thoughts that sound brand new, but they're things we already knew. He's got his whip bomb ready, heaven knows. Let's make it quick before his splatter blows. It's Hoppy's obvious observations.
I love that, by the way. The way you run through the door and the drywall on the sides perfectly blows up there,
well
too.
Done.
Very good. Very
well,
good.
as my ancestor Samuel Kercheval would say about this game. Okay, Brad, obvious observations. Avoid the slow start. This has been a pattern for West Virginia for the last 3 or 4 games. It put so much pressure on the team for the rest of the game. So avoid the slow start if you can. It caught up with them in the Baylor game. They done okay in a couple other games, but it caught up with them in the Baylor game. West Virginia in their first game with Cincinnati got up 11 in the first half. So it was Cincinnati that had to fight back.
Yeah.
So see if you can do the same. Here we go. This might be the most obvious observation of all.
Oh, wow.
Shoot better. Score more buckets. How about that?
Hard against Cincinnati.
Yeah, good defense.
Really good defense.
West Virginia shot just 36% from the field and 26% from three-point range in the loss to Baylor. In the first game, West Virginia won by 2. Honor went off, had 24. So can Honor, of course, they've had time to think about that now, about Honor Huff, and prepare for him. West Virginia shot 46% in that first game against Cincinnati and 48% from three-point range. Remember, Honor was bombing it.
Had a half a dozen of them.
So can you shoot well again and kind of get off this schneid and score more buckets, frankly, against Cincinnati? The Bearcats, like most teams, will be focused on Honor and focused on Trey. And that worked for Baylor against West Virginia. So can somebody else – and you would think that Honor will shoot better just because he's not going to go a couple games and just make 1 or 2 shots. So you would think he would do better even though Cincinnati's going to focus on him. But who else? Who else? Can a Chance Moore, who had 14 points against Cincinnati coming off the bench in the first game, can he give you something? Belo had 15 points against Arizona State. I mean, can he give you something? And Obioha has been kind of quiet the last 3 games. So can he give you something? So you count on Trey and you count on Honor, but you need some help there. So who else can give you help in this game? Home court advantage. Tony, you talked about that. Cincinnati is 0-6 on the road, but 11-2 at home. So they're a good home court. And that defense is real. So those are my obvious observations about the game, and Brad will have much more on that. A couple other things. I'm obsessed by NIL and the state of college sports right now. And when there are no rules, and that's hyperbole, but then standards, when there are no rules, that's a vacuum. And human beings hate vacuums. So standards and guidelines will develop on their own. And that's beginning to happen. And it's happening through the legal process. We're seeing that increasingly with lawsuits, with mitigated damages, with contracts. So it's starting to take some shape. There are now at least a dozen books out on NIL.
Books?
Books.
Like bookies running a book about NIL?
No. I mean, books. Like, here's your instruction manual on how to do NIL. One of the most popular ones is by Christy Dosh, who it's called The Athlete's NIL Book, Brad, The Complete Guide to Owning and Profiting from Your Name, Image, and Likeness. It's aimed at helping college, high school, and young athletes navigate the landscape. So all these things are happening to try to give form to something that has been kind of formless for the last 2 years. Our brains, Tony, are predictive.
Okay.
Like, we want to know, except in this show, we want to know what's what's coming next. We want to prepare for things. That's really kind of rooted in the survival instinct. You don't just go willy-nilly out of the cave and you look around first.
Now we go prehistoric. This is good.
And see what's going on. So that's our nature. Our nature is to be predictive and to prepare. And so everybody described this as the Wild Wild West and the chaos, which it's been, but it will take form. It will take shape in one way or another. So I think we're just starting to see the early stages of the form. Brad, agree or disagree?
Agree. Said it 3 or 4 years ago. The market will normalize and get to where it's going. Yeah. It just takes a long time in college sports to get there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of decision makers. People are out for themselves. There's a lot of different agendas. It'll get there. Market always takes care of it. It'll take a while, though.
It'll take a while, but like you say, it will get there. And for folks who say, "Oh my gosh, it's chaos," I'll never. The chaos cannot continue. It can't continue like that.
As we said last episode, they're estimating 3 to 5 years before it finds its new normal. You know what the most embarrassing thing is about this? The people that are creating the rules won't self-enforce the rules. That's why you have the problem that you're in.
What do you mean?
Schools create, so we created a body which is supposed to oversee the NIL payments to see if they're justified based upon marketplace. What's that group done?
Deloitte? I don't.
No, I mean it's like what is that? What's that group done? They set these rules up, and they immediately just go like, yeah, that's the rule. That's the House decision rule. That's what we're going to do. And day one, on the other side. Yeah. So it's just you create the rules, then you don't enforce the rules.
Well, and look, my point is macro, and that is that it is our human nature to strive toward order. So that's the path that we're on. And finally, on this date,
love this.
February 4th, 1957. February 4th, 1957, the Mountaineer basketball team was in the midst of an 11-game win streak.
57, so Jerry's playing at this point.
No.
57?
No, because he was...
So he redshirted 57.
Well, he was freshman.
Yeah, so he was redshirt 57, so 58. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
So on this date, they knocked off VMI 89-57, then traveled to New York where they defeated NYU 83-77.
Showed them.
So this team was 25-5. 25-5.
Okay.
Won the Southern Conference tournament.
Nothing new.
Went to the NCAA invite. Got beat in the first round by Canisius. Got upset by Canisius.
Probably the Canisius baseball team. They just keep driving around.
64-56. Hot Rod was a senior on that team. Do I have my dates right?
No.
And West was a freshman. I might be talking about 57.
Yeah, no, you might be right. Let me look. Go ahead. Keep going.
So Hot Rod was on that team. Lloyd Sherrar was the 6'10" center. Fred Schaus was the coach.
Yeah, I got to look.
But double check.
So that was probably – so Hot Rod was a senior when Jerry was a freshman.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
So if that team – and freshmen couldn't play because, Brad, as you know, the young men at that time were not capable of competing with the upperclassmen.
Right.
But a freshman could play, and that team had West. You think they might have made a little deeper run?
Likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hot Rod was a junior in 56. Hot Rod senior in 57. And what day are you quoting?
February 4th, 1957.
Yeah, 57. Okay, yeah, you're right. And then in 58, Jerry plays in 58, and obviously Hot Rod's gone. Yeah, so you're right on it.
Okay. So Huntley averaged 23 points a game. But they did not shoot well, Brad, in the Canisius game.
Got to make shots.
Only shot like 23 or 25%, lost to Canisius. They were upset in the first round.
Yep, got to make shots.
I did a thing.
It's a make shot game.
I did a thing with Steve Sabins the other night. Did an hour podcast with him. And how about them? So they just needed to get outside to play. Couldn't do it here this past weekend because it was like North Pole. So they start calling it around. They go like, hey, anybody got a field? So they cut a deal. Down in Charlotte. They say, you guys can use it, man, but like it's supposed to snow Saturday. So they get down there and they played, they played 11 innings on Friday. He says 30-some degrees, kids that had the greatest time ever, and it was invaluable because you know that base running things and outside and the whole thing is just different than training inside. But then the snow came. So they just drove down there for one. this weekend, they're calling all over the place, going to a junior college in Tennessee. Find a place where they can go outside because they're opening up on the 13th. They're opening up in 9 days. Got a 3-game set, Georgia Southern. Then the next weekend, 3 Liberty. And then they open here against, the reason I bring this all up, Canisius is the home opener on 24 February.
Canisius is already here. They're circling.
I asked him, I said, do you know for a fact that Canisius' baseball team gets in a bus and they start at like the third week of February and they do a circle from Columbus through Morgantown up to State College.
Just wait for the call.
And they just circle around and like anytime anyone needs a game, they just call and like Canisius goes, they're like Uber baseball team.
Yeah, that most of his stuff is unconfirmed. That might be true. We did that once in basketball.
Yeah, we did. Coming back from the NIT.
We did that, Kirchhoff.
What's that? What?
Won an NIT game on the road.
We were at Akron or Kent?
Kent. I think it was Kent. I was going to say it was
that
Max
the barnstorming NIT?
Came back just waiting on the call where we headed,
Stopped in the Marriott at the Pittsburgh airport in the parking lot to wait for a call.
Now, you did. I was in the administrative vehicle, the chase vehicle. I was in the administrative chase vehicle. We pulled off in just a rest stop waiting for the call, middle of the night.
Yeah.
Waited for the call. Where are you going next?
We came back home.
Where's the next game?
Yeah, played home. All right.
Jeez.
Hop, that was really good.
Well, I thought it was interesting.
Well, that was something we already knew.
Some of that we did already know.
Yeah.
Obvious thoughts from Hoppy's point.
It was his point of view.
This segment has been brought to us by Blistex.
Heavy usage on that.
The lip balm in
You know who else uses Coach Hodge is a big lip balm guy.
Heavy
lip balm guy.
He goes straight stick.
He goes stick. Yeah.
He has no. You think we could introduce Ross to a can? He might go and make the transition to a can instead of a stick.
I think that stick's easier to use sometimes.
Yeah. With a can, you got to use your other. I mean, you're using your other
using a
hand
finger and things like that. 3 Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, and they got attorneys. Literally, all 50 states have clients that are Jan Dill's clients. They specialize in the area of disability insurance and military benefits. So if you or someone that you know needs help in that world, it is a long, long road when you are dealing with those folks. If you need help, start with them day one because they know the way to handle it. Day in, day out across the country, it's Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. They won't take no for an answer. Based here in West Virginia, but clients in all 50 of our states. 3 Guys also brought to us by Tutors, the Sunrise Specials. I put a tweet out yesterday. In the next month, we will gain 70-plus minutes of daylight.
Love it.
Really?
Gain 70 minutes of daylight in the next month.
What is it? Is it moving faster? Is
I just think it does. I mean, this is February is a big month. It's a short month, but it gets a lot done. It gets a lot done. That Sunrise Special will go to the end of this month, the 28th of February.
February is very accomplished.
It's very
a lot done.
It gets a lot done in 28 days. You can get a choice of a Ron or a Mary B biscuit, 12-ounce coffee, or a 20-ounce iced tea. Order a hash rounds, all for $5. It's the Tutors Sunrise Special, and you can take advantage of getting that extra daylight. Do it.
You know what February does? The great thing about February, too, is like January was brutal, right, weather-wise?
Yeah,
you get to February and you go, February's sort of like, hang on for 28 days. We'll knock this out.
You know, I used to think this. I used to think by the 3rd week of March, everything would be okay. That's actually not true at all. You literally have to give the entire month of April up as well.
No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah, see, I don't live that way.
Hoppy, I've been to spring practice in the middle of April where it is just bone chilling cold.
Sometimes, but you've also been to March when it's 65 too.
Absolutely,
so
but it's hit or miss. So what it does is it tempts you. Like you'll get a nice day and you'll think, it's over, man, it's over. But not until the end of April can you just kind of go like,
yeah, but
it's all good.
I'm different. Like once we hit March, Hoppy, I'm good. I know it's going to be cold some days. You hit March, that's an aberration. It's not you've got to hunker down for the 2 months and grind it out. It's behind you, and it may pop up on you. I get it, but you're through.
Yes.
It's lighter, longer. Get me to March. We're good.
Yeah, it's the
Actually,
last.
Get me now. Like I'm pretty good at this point. Like we're on the downhill slope now. We're almost there.
Well, I mean,
because of February.
Yeah,
because
February's short.
Yeah,
like next week, February 28th. We're moving on.
My birthday, February 28th.
Is it really? Yeah. You almost missed being a leap year.
There.
No, it was not a leap year. but it wasn't when I was born.
Right.
But it is February 28th.
You just snuck in out of the...
Just
send Hoppy gifts. His birthday's coming up on February 20th.
I didn't want to mention it, but it was kind of a whole February
let me tell
thing.
you, 82 is one to celebrate.
Thank you. I appreciate
So I
that.
check the numbers. We'll just go right to the numbers.
Time for Spreads on Stats. What's up behind the Cincinnati team? Senator Have the Numbers,
Anxious
brought
to
to
hear
us
this.
by Conley CPA Group. There's so much more than a full-service accounting firm. They are your business consultants, providing value beyond numbers. They guide you. That's the biggest thing, man. Guiding people through the process and guiding people and giving them the best sound advice. They've been doing it for over 40 years, based right here in West Virginia. You can outsource your accounting. You can outsource your CFO services. Give them a call. They're good people. Conley CPA Group. We use them. They're good people. Just like everything I just said. They do what just what I said. They do it all. Except for Kirchhoff, he tries to do things underhand, and they say, no, Hoppy, you can't do that.
Please don't
That's not
get
true.
me in trouble with the IRS.
You think we got you getting IRS accountants watching 3 guys, listening to 3 guys? You think maybe?
You'd never know.
Never know. All right, here we go. So what do you got?
As we're preparing for Cincinnati the second time, it does make me miss the double round robin. Now, there would be some teams and players this year that I wouldn't want to see a second time. I acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But I do kind of miss the double round robin.
Maybe if you could double round robin and pick the teams that you want to play twice.
Think about this league if it was a double round
Don't
robin.
want to play
Good Lord.
Arizona again.
Interested to see how this plays out. Rock fight appropriate? Can I use a rock fight potential
Yes.
description of this one? Because I thought it was that way the first time around. There's some wild numbers. I'm going to get into some of these. West Virginia was fortunate to get that win here. The first thing you have to look at, though, before we dive into numbers, is Cincinnati's health. They've got a lot of question marks
A lot going on
around their guys. And a couple of them that of primary interest is Kirk Kriisa going to play in this game. He did not play in the game here in Morgantown. He's battling a shoulder that he's been battling for a while. Sincere Harris looks like he will be back. He was out 7 days with an illness, flu-related, reportedly, but he's probably back. And then the big one to me, Mustafa Cham, left with an ankle injury in their last game. Is he available? That changes their lineup significantly, I think, if they go to the one big and Baba Miller, who's really skilled and good, as we saw, versus the 2 7-footers inside. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on first. Part of the reason, Hoppy, I think rock fight makes some sense here. These are 2 very good defensive teams. 5th and 6th in the Big 12 in defensive points per possession per game. Offensively, the 15th and 16th in the league in offensive point per game. So points may be at a premium to this, as you saw in the first meeting where it was the first one to 60, had the best chance to win. Cincinnati still is kind of what they were when they came in, and this is the variance that comes with the Bearcats. They shoot as many threes as almost anybody in the country, and certainly in this league. They're a top 80 team in terms of three-point percentage. They do not shoot it well, guys. They're a bottom 40 team in three-point percentage. So what are you getting when you step on the floor with them? Will they continue to shoot a bunch of threes? Will they change that approach this time? It still baffles me that Baba Miller and Cham combined for only 8 points here in Morgantown. I think that's a huge advantage for them inside, yet they continue to work primarily around the three-point line. If those are falling, you've got a problem. If they're missing and you can control the glass, you control them. Here was a little bit of a mixed bag for Cincinnati. They made a bunch of them. They made 12, shot a 34%, a little bit better than their average, but that allowed them to stay in that game. West Virginia, as you mentioned, huge with the three-pointer, made as many threes as you did twos in that game, which speaks to the difficulty it is when they have both bigs in there, the difficulty in getting all the way to the rim. So this is going to have to be a game, I think. You talk about other people stepping up, and Belo's done that often. He did it the other night with 19. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to do that in the middle of the lane, but you have got to make some threes. I think they're going to be available to you. You've got to make some threes in this one.
Yeah.
Brad, why do you think they'll be available when Cincinnati is so good defensively?
Because I think there's some matchups with their guards that you can create some screens and open looks.
Okay.
I think defensively they are very good, but they also create some pockets and open up some threes. It's just the challenge of getting to the rim. That's why the perimeter shots should be available. Let's look at some other numbers from the first meeting, and then I'll kind of compare those to where Cincinnati is or needs to be. The first game, I talk about that three-point attempt rate, they take a ton. 60% of their shots were threes, 57 to be exact. West Virginia, 48% of its shots were threes in the first game, but West Virginia made 48% of them, right? There was a great shooting day. You mentioned Honor had 6. Trey also added 2, including that big one in front of the bench late. Both he and Honor had those 2 big threes within the final 2 minutes that allowed you to take over. The pace, you got it at your pace, 62 possessions, so that's played at a tempo that West Virginia wants. Cincinnati wants to get up and down the floor a little bit. But here's what's interesting, Hop. You controlled the pace, but they had a huge fast break advantage on you, 16-4 advantage for the Bearcats on fast break points. Points off turnovers, and if you were to ask me, you didn't, but if you were to ask me for one primary key to this game, in addition to making some threes, you have got to get to the point where you limit turnovers if you're West Virginia. When you're playing a game, Hoppy, and you're trying to limit possessions, the fact that you're turning it over as much as you are, it's probably remarkable that you've won the conference games that you have. You're dead last right now in turnover percentage in the Big 12. That has got to get fixed. In the first game, Cincinnati had an 18-8 advantage in points off turnovers, and you still won the game. 18-8 points off turnover advantage. That's right on where they are on average. When Cincinnati wins games, they're an average of plus 10 points in that category. To me, that is right up at the top of the list. Against that defense, in a game that's probably going to have limited possessions, you cannot turn it over like you have the last 4 or 5 games, number one. Here was another fortunate aspect of that game in this category. Cincinnati had 11 live ball turnovers in that game, but went 1 of 6 from 3 off of those live ball turnovers. So they pulled up from 3 more than half the time off a live ball turnover and only made 1 of them. I don't know that you catch those breaks again, although, again, I said they're having trouble making their threes. Free throw attempt rate in that game. West Virginia was +4 on the attempts. That's about dead on where Cincinnati is when they lose. They're -4.5 free throw attempts per game in their losses. Here's a concerning number, though. Cincinnati had 14 more field goal attempts than West Virginia in that first meeting. 14.
Just didn't make them.
Pretty wild.
Because of the turnovers.
Both teams are right around 1 point per possession. So they're like flip a coin on which one has the advantage there. I mentioned all of the threes. Jalen Celestine was 5 of 9. He's kind of been a little bit of a West Virginia killer. Remember at Baylor? He put up 5 at
yes,
Baylor.
He did. Hoppy was there.
Yeah, against West Virginia. He had 5 in that game against WVU. I mentioned Baba Miller. That was it'd be wonderful if you could have another game in single digits. He doesn't do it often. In Big 12 play, it's just been against West Virginia and Houston that he hasn't scored more than he did. Just 4 in the first meeting. Only had 5 field goal attempts, his lowest total of the season. Now, he's a skilled, multi-skilled player. 6 assists in the first game, so they utilized him as a passer more. He's only had 3 games all season with more than 4, but one of them was against West Virginia. Mentioned Chom. Will he or will he not play? He was held to just the 4 points in the first meeting. We mentioned Creasa. We mentioned Celestine. Let's talk about these numbers for a second. You talk about small margin for errors, and some things you can control and some things you can't. I've talked about this a lot. Let's talk about unguarded catch-and-shoot jump shots for a second. Both of these teams, or neither of these teams, gives up very many of these. Cincinnati's 3rd in the Big 12 and fewest unguarded catch-and-shoots. So, Hop, we were just asking about that. You may not get many. You better take advantage of the ones you get or make tough shots, which West Virginia can do. Honor, in particular, can make tough shots. West Virginia leads the Big 12 in fewest unguarded catch-and-shoots. So these are 2 of the best perimeter defense in matching up where you're supposed to be. But here's where you get variance, and this still baffles me. I'm going to keep talking about it, and maybe it doesn't come all year, and then next year, by God, you're due for everybody to miss against you because those eventually balance out. But so far this year, Cincinnati's opponents, so they don't give up very many catch-and-shoots. When they do, teams are shooting just 34% from 3 against them.
On open jumpers.
Unguarded catch-and-shoot balls,
34%.
Teams are shooting 34%. You're open, you just didn't make the shot. West Virginia's opponents on unguarded catch-and-shoots are shooting 47% from 3. So not just us, but everybody listening. When you watch the game and it feels like he's open and he made the shot, that's probably true. He probably did. You don't leave him open very often. Fewest in the league, but last in the league in what teams are shooting against you in those situations. That's a massive gap. That's a 13% gap on open jump shots there.
It needs to get back to
It
where
needs to get better. And there's been pockets where it's gotten better. Ohio State was one. West Virginia was right there with the ability to win that game. That was one. There's some others where they've just missed shots. But overall on the season, West Virginia hasn't left many shooters open, but when they do, they've made the shots. Okay, what else? Kirchville questions?
Just, I guess I go back to my points, and that is, can you make... obvious. Can you make some shots? And can you not start poorly? And then see what happens. And then these road games are tough, obviously. Cincinnati's good on their home court. I don't know, Brad. I mean, so what? Give me the formula. Give me the formula for a win.
Yeah, I'll give you a formula. Just make some threes. You've got to limit turnovers, and you've got to win the pace. So when Cincinnati's wins, they're one of the faster teams in the country, 94th percentile in terms of possessions per game. When they lose, they're in the 34th percentile. It's a difference of about 8 possessions per game. That matters. Now, West Virginia, again, as I said, controlled the pace in the first game, but there were other numbers that went against you, but you were able to sneak out of there with a win. Free throw attempts, the whistle is going to be important, again, as it always is. In Cincinnati's wins, they're +7 free throw attempts. In their losses, they're -4.5, 11.5-point free throw attempt swing. So what's the officiating like? Are you able to guard without fouling? Their three-point attempt rate goes up in wins, believe it or not. So they take more threes in wins. Losses, it drops, and they shoot it even worse than they do on a normal day.
This is, I might be overemphasizing this, guys, but this just feels like this critical juncture. You'd think the Baylor game was there and you lost that. Now you got to go on the road, and then you got Texas Tech, and then you got UCF on the road. I mean, this is a critical moment in this season.
It is. This is a massively important game for a couple of reasons. One, these are two very similar teams. I mean, Brad just hit you with analytics.
Yeah.
Take a look at the Big 12 statistics, league games only. West Virginia and Cincinnati are 1 and 2, not literally 1 and 2, but they're next to each other in several different categories. That's one. So this is evenly matched. So what decides these games? You know what decides these games? Mentality decides these games as much as anything else. And this has to be a fight. This has to be a fight, and you better bring it. Last year we went up there and we fought. Javon Small just said oh yeah, let's go, let's battle, let's fight. If you don't have
this was a Joe Yesufu game. Remember that on Sunday? Yeah. Joe Yesufu really won you this game last year on a Sunday up there, got you out of there.
This is a slugfest, and if you don't bring it, these guys will beat you. These guys will beat you. You got to have an attitude for 40 minutes on that floor, and you got to be gritty, and you got to be grindy, and you cannot allow them one chance, because as soon as they pop it, this is a team that's sitting on they're on a teeter-totter right now, and this thing's either going to go like this or this. They're 11-11. Mm-hmm. And everyone's on Wes Miller's backside there. They're half in, half out, don't know if they want him or not. This is a golden game for West Virginia. Shortest road trip of the year. You're going to fly over, be there in 40 minutes. You're going to come right back. Get this done. Don't care what it looks like. Get it done. Because if you don't, you got Texas Tech in here on Sunday. You're not going to be favored. You got to go to UCF next week. You're not going to be favored. Get this done.
And you got a Cincinnati team that is thinking, should have won in Morgantown. You know, what happened there? Didn't make shots. Now you got a chance to get them at home. And
you got sincere.
They're
you got the whole
place.
sincere factor and the Kerr factor.
Yeah.
As he said, Harris has had the flu, hasn't played in 2 games. Does he come back tonight and say, okay, I'm going to get my old team? Does he go after it and do some things that either are plus or minus? Creasa didn't play in the last game. His shoulder's still not 100%. What does he do? I mean, there's a lot of elements. You just got to be ready to punch.
In terms of the league, and this is not a national story, West Virginia playing Cincinnati, because nationally it's what's Arizona doing and what's BYU doing, what's Texas Tech is doing. But it's really a big league game.
Very important for both teams. Very important for both teams, right?
Yes. What time's the game?
7 Eastern. Believe it or not, we don't have to look and say, hey, it's an hour earlier or an hour back. 7 o'clock Eastern.
Nice to be in the time zone, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Second, we got Kansas State twice.
Make shots, don't turn it over, Kershaw.
Yeah, UCF
both
twice.
Of you, both of you guys had a bad feeling. Both of you had a bad feeling going to the Baylor game. So what's your gut? I know you gave me the stats. That's the most relevant thing. Give me your gut.
Well, what he said. This is a coin flip game. So I can't, and this one has more variance than most because of both teams' 3-point shooting.
Okay.
Like if they're making a couple threes early, I've got grave concerns because they just do not shoot it well. But if they're missing shots and they don't do a great job on the offensive glass either, which is a good combination. So there's some things in there that you can control this game, but this is going to be a fight. So mentality, he's right. That's one of those non-X and O things that has to factor in because you're going to have to go in there and fight. This team hasn't laid down at all. For all the criticism they've received, for all the speculation on what's going to happen with Wes Miller in the next couple weeks, this team has not laid down yet, and you're going to get, I think, a really good punch from them. Are you ready to deliver the punch back? This is one of those, you've got to go in and take it. I don't think they're going to give you this one. You've got to go in and take it like you did from them here. They controlled a lot of that game. I just went through some of those numbers. The more you look at that first game, you probably shouldn't have got out of there with a win. But you found a way to make a couple big shots late, then stop them. You got lucky that they took some shots that I'm still not sure why they took them late in that game. Coming out of timeouts, I'm not sure what they drew up, but I don't know why they did what they did. That benefited you. So it came down to a couple possessions. They didn't do what they should. You took advantage of that. This is going to be one of those games, I think.
It's too bad West Virginia doesn't have unlimited timeouts because Hodge is really good on timeouts.
Coming out of timeouts?
Yeah. One of the best in the country.
Yeah.
West Virginia's points per possession. We've talked about that a bunch on this show. One of the best out of timeouts in the country, points per possession wise.
You need like 20 timeouts.
I need a fight. I want to see a fight.
You don't want to see you don't want to see a literal fight.
No. I want to see
a battle. I want to see a battle.
I want to see Harlan Obioha swinging himself around, knocking people down, grabbing rebounds, getting and ones. I want to see Chance Moore running his head straight into the rim. I want to see DJ Thomas making shots, being physical. I want to see that's what you got to have. It's time.
There's two important pieces. Harlan has been elite defensively in Big 12 play for most of the games. I mean, there's been some the games against Arizona and Houston notwithstanding. He's been elite in some other games. This is another one where it matters. Part of West Virginia's ability to defend the pick and roll and close off the lane is Jasper guarding the ball, which is, I've said for the whole Big 12 season, one of the best in the country, and I won't go through every guy that he's stopped so far. That's important in this one. If he's got Jizzle James and can force James into a 2-for-8 type of performance from three, you're going to be in the mix. And then Harlan's important when they try that little roll. They love to start games with this. Where they roll that roll and try and lob the ball up. They're probably going to start it again. They started with that play last year up there. They started with it this year in Morgantown. West Virginia closed both of those off. Harlan is so critical to the show on the guard and stop the penetration and be able to fall back, and he's been elite in that category. This is a big Harlan and Jasper defensive game again.
Can he give you a Kansas-type performance?
Yeah. Need to play man's basketball.
The
Hoppy.
Scoring will be more difficult because of their sheer size, and they've got the two, assuming Chom plays. Defensively, you've got to have him. Because if you can shut those guys off inside and force them to only shoot threes, again, if they beat you shooting threes, so be it. It's one of the worst shooting teams in America. So that's what you want them to do, is shoot the ball from the outside, which they're inclined to do. But Harlan, defensively and rebounding, that's where you're going to need him in particular.
Three Guys Before the Game is brought to us by Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. As first reported on this show earlier, there's going to be over 70 minutes of light gained this month, which means we're moving toward boating season. So get yourself ready. Get your mindset ready. You can visit the website, LouWendellMarineSales.com, or pay them a visit in the bricks and mortar location out there in St. Albans. They are a Honda Marine premium dealership. They also sell the Avalon pontoon boats, which are manufactured, made 100% in the United States. So it's not too early to start thinking about it. If your boat needs service, get it done. It's LouWendellMarineSales.com, in business for over 40 years. Three Guys also brought to us by Comax Business Systems. Among the office equipment that they have ready for you, new phone systems, right? Brand new, spanking new, the highest technology phone systems. If your business is in need, now is the time. No one needs a sticky keypad. Just like get away from a sticky keypad, and that line doesn't work, and this line doesn't work anymore, and the intercom broke. Hate when the intercom broke. You can get it done. Visit Comax Business. And Hoppy, remember the old building we used to be at when the intercom? The intercom would come in about 150 decibels. It would rock the entire station. Will someone pick up line 2? You don't need to do that. Comax has these phone systems. You go right to the right person. Business phone systems available at Comax Business. What? That's what happened. That's what happened. WVU women, as we record, are in Colorado. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Rolled over during the sleep last night and said, you know what? This is a bad deal for the WVU women. Think about this. They're in Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play late tonight. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
They fly home tonight, which means they get home Thursday morning. They play Arizona Saturday afternoon here. Don't underestimate how difficult that is.
Yeah.
It's Boulder. It ain't Cincinnati.
Right.
That's a real flight coming back over. And you're going to get home in the middle of the night. You're going to get home 5 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock. You just go through like your 3/4 of sleep tomorrow, walking around groggy the next day, and then you got to play.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful on that.
Well, you want like those games with league rivals.
Nothing charms the heart like the old Arizona-West Virginia rivalry. Nothing at all. All right. We're going to do healing differently today.
Really?
Yeah. Forced into doing it differently.
How so?
We don't have any script.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait a minute. You do? Oh, Jake just delivers.
Jakey.
Jake doesn't appear in studio often, but when he does, it's usually big.
It's meaningful.
There you go.
It's
take
meaningful.
that. Please take one and pass it down. Textual Healing is brought to us by episode800.com, where you can take advantage of all of our stuff, our popcorn that continues to get. I was thinking about this. Is there any popcorn competitions where you submit and then they vote on it?
I'll check.
Home Run 304 is our popcorn that we are featuring right now, and it is absolutely delicious. Made, grown, 100% in West Virginia, and it's just fantastic. So if you want to buy some of that, go to the website, episode800.com. Also, the coffee from Mountaineer Roasting, our game day grind, which continue. Oh, that's right. I promised. I'm so happy I just remembered.
What'd you forget?
I promised Dan Horde that I would bring him coffee.
Oh.
Cincinnati play-by-play guy. This is awesome. I'm so happy.
You better hurry over there and get it.
I'll get it. I'm going to bring Horde Man some coffee.
There's all kinds of popcorn contests. There's popcorn cooking.
We want in on that. By the way, we're having that chicken wing contest, eating contest. That's coming up.
That?
That's coming up at Buffalo Wild Wings. All right, let's do this. From the, by the way, Homeless Dave.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's kind of a misnomer. He's got homes. He sent us this picture from his place down in Monroe County.
Oh my!
They got a little bit of snow down there. He said about 3 to 4 inches. Well, as we've said, Monroe County, prettiest county in the state of West Virginia, just gorgeous. Not a single traffic light.
Now he'll get some bears. He'll probably get some bear tracks.
He has bears on his cameras. He sees a lot of bears.
Unless they're sleeping right now.
Yeah. So Homeless Dave, the only guy that has 5 homes. Devin in Goshen, 3 gents. Interesting fact about Pete Maravich from our last show. He had an interview when he was 26 years old, 1974, talking about his career in the NBA, and he said, quote, "I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at age 40. Direct quote.
Wow.
Which, as Hoppy said, is exactly what did happen.
That's creepy.
Died when he was 40, and he played in the NBA. How bizarre is that,
man?
That
is.
Wow.
And played 10 years, yeah.
Texter, I was listening to the Baylor recap episode in a moment of comedic coincidence. Right after the line about Hoppy's bladder blowing during his intro song, YouTube interrupted with an ad for those above 50 years old with bladder problems. Just thought I'd share how the algorithm is putting in some work for you guys.
I thought we'd fix that.
No, he's talking about YouTube. We have commercials on the YouTubes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's commercials on the YouTubes. How about that? Now YouTube knows that you got a bladder problems. Now it's all you're done now.
Somewhere it knows.
Texter, 3 guys, hello. Would love to get your thoughts on the Mountaineers football portal haul. Are there plans for such a show, or would you mind giving us a rundown? Thoughts on the battle between Scotty Fox and Hawkins. The year 1 to year 2 jump Scotty could take could be tremendous. But another Mountaineer has several different thoughts. Thanks so much for responding. Yeah, we will do football very soon. By the way, driving in this morning, pitch dark, come down the hill. Yeah. Well, Rich Rod's car in position, continues to back it into a spot. Will not go in face forward, but it was pitch black. Rich was on hand. He's been there. Been on hand.
Yeah, we will dive into that. There's just, again, so many new guys. The offensive line, that's your early thoughts, right? The offensive line, again, on paper, seems that's a big improvement from where you started last year from an experience standpoint. I think you've got more options to choose from on that offensive line. I'm not breaking new ground, I realize, but early take.
Do we have a total yet? I mean, I keep seeing floating numbers, and that West Virginia's among the schools with the most.
Plus 80.
80 plus.
That's what I saw, which would be among the highest in the country.
That'd be correct.
Again.
Correct.
That'd be correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Texter says, Tony, I am 100% in agreement with you. I drive through campus every day. The one thing that stands out to me is every kid has their face buried in their phone. They're all within feet of each other, and no one is talking. Baffling to me. There it is. Hoppy is showing exactly what it looks like when you go on campus.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah. A couple others that just came in. Scope Spreads Dean. Fascinating to learn on Monday's episode that Tom Briggs was from Syracuse, and it made an old memory even more infuriating. He was probably our best pass rusher in 1990 and 2, and in the infamous brawl started by Marvin Graves and then Syracuse assistant coach Kevin Rogers. He didn't put Rogers' name in. He just had Syracuse. I gave you the Kevin Rogers.
You added that part.
It was Briggs tossed out of the game along with Mike Collins and Leroy Axum. Actually, David Mayfield was, I don't know, Leroy may have gotten kicked out, but David Mayfield was a fatal ejection. I was 9 years old, and I remember it vividly to this day when Syracuse came back to beat us on multiple pass plays, including the game winner completed against Collins' backup, and with Briggs' backup trying to rush the passer. I received an early education on conspiracy theories from the Mountaineer faithful in the stands. Here's hoping that Briggs had the opportunity to enjoy that 43-0 revenge game the following year, signed by Not Charlie in Charleston.
Yeah, there was karma the following year.
Yeah. We'll end with this. Brad last time went through about how difficult it was back in the old days when you would call on a rotary phone and you had no idea who was going to answer. It could be dad, it could be mom, it could be the person you intended.
Yep.
Well, this person, Chris, former Running Rebel, writes, classic dad on the phone story. Call potential girlfriend, dad answers.
Mm-hmm. Here we go, it's on now.
Hello, Mr. Such and Such, is your daughter home? He says, yep. And hangs up.
when the right question.
I call back, Mr. Such and Such, I think we got disconnected. He says, did it sound like this? Hangs up again. Girl calls back, apologizes for dad. It was both terrifying and hilarious. Mm-hmm. Here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Eventually, married the girl.
There you go.
And dad becomes great friend and employer.
Oh.
Until divorce, and he fired me, but I digress.
See, you can't ask if Susie's home because he asked and answered. He said yes and then hung up. Yes, she's home. You've got to ask, could I please speak with?
You got to finish because you got a lot of intel on this as though you have been through it. No, multiple times. So, I mean, you got to finish to like, who did you call and be a perfect gentleman to and get on the phone and then go on a date with or go to the prom with?
I was good in that situation.
Okay.
I had good phone etiquette. Prepared. Came into the thing prepared. Didn't just willy-nilly wing it. Prepared. Got through. I was always very good in the living rooms. I could have been a good recruiter.
Can I ask you something?
In fact, probably one of my best efforts was I ended up taking a girl to prom that her dad was a high school basketball official. He happened to be on the floor the night I set the school record for three-pointers made.
Why wouldn't he be?
Of course he was.
Was this before or after you took her to the prom?
Well, I was already kind of dating her.
So let me ask you this. I got an idea, though.
But you were a basketball star. It was easier for you.
Tell me the truth.
The rest of us.
Just tell me the truth if you would, please. When you would make these phone calls, would you write down notes and have them in front of you?
No.
Okay. Just wondering on that.
No.
I thought you might.
No. Rehearsed it, knew what I was going to say in the general sense, and went after it, but did not write it down.
Okay.
But Tony, would you agree with me that Brad had an advantage because he was a high school standout athlete?
No, people knew he had brand. I mean, he would have been an NIL guy. He would have had brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you and I are just like...
just schlepping it.
Yeah.
That was a hard time period.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, that was just a hard time period. You don't know if they're available, if they're not available. Are you interrupting dinner? And again, the whole thing is who's going to answer the phone, just forced to speak. You got a deal.
You got a lot of latent trauma from those things.
That dinner thing does come into play because
Well, how long do you think I went through the debate on when to call, how to call, get the scenario right?
What's the right time?
I don't. It just depended.
7:30.
Don't know. You can't be too late.
Yeah, it can't be 9.
You can't go too early. What time do they normally eat?
Reading dinner. Oh, first world problems.
Yeah, kids today have no idea about the phone.
Yeah,
the phone challenges of our day.
They're just texting.
Before we go away,
just text.
Before we go away, couple things. The Monday basketball game, Kansas at Texas Tech. Fantastic, entertaining game to watch.
Peterson had a night.
Darren Peterson, those last 2 shots, wow.
He's
How often does a stud star lift like he lifted? The first 3 that he hit was hard because he kind of stumbled, double pumped it, and just cranked it. And that just screams NBA. And then the other one was a step in from the left wing, which, but he just hit 2 absolute daggers today. Thanks for having us.
He has a great knack on both of those. He did this. His pause was just enough that the defender couldn't get off the floor. Atwell was on him on the second one, I believe it was Atwell, and he just elevated up. He paused and froze the defender and then elevated up and got a clear look. Hit 2 big boy shots.
When you
that's one of those games, and listen, we've been there. We've been there this season. That Texas Tech is in control of that game. Mm-hmm. They're at home. They're winning that game. They're in control. Then all of a sudden they walk off having to shake hands as the team that lost. That turned quickly. No Christian Anderson for them was a huge factor in that game.
Yeah. When you watch, when Kansas was here and you're watching Kansas and West Virginia was fortunate to win that game. And Peterson had he still kind of quietly had, I think, 19 or something, right, Brad, in that game. But still, you look at him and go, he's different. You can just see he is, even at the highest levels of college basketball, he's different. You see it even when he's not scoring, just the way he handles himself, the way he moves.
Hence why he's projected to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah. He'll do all right.
Another thing.
Been a weird season with him, though, man. Yeah. That would be a frustrating, weird. Whatever's going on with him, that would be absolutely maddening if you're a Kansas fan. Maybe more maddening that he then comes and does what he does when he plays 36 minutes.
But that was his best game.
Might be a good 30 for 30 in 8 years.
Probably.
His one season at Kansas, then people finally talk.
Wild.
Yeah, so he came out of the game, and there was someone over my shoulder. I look around, and it was his agent. The agent said, one of those,
wow.
Ooh. Another thing, BYU experiment. They got a lot of money in that team this year.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of money. Lots of money.
Maybe not going to get it done.
And they're 5-3. Mm-hmm. And guess what's coming? Guess what's coming? They still have Houston. They still have at Arizona. They have Iowa State. And they got Texas Tech. Besides, obviously, a few others.
Yeah, league backloaded the schedule, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They expected to be really good.
What's that thing turn out to be for them?
Is
it going to be worth the investment?
Might be. Might not be. I think, again, it speaks more to the depth of this league because those 3, you put those 3 up against anybody in the league, and Saunders, Wright, and DeBonsa. I mean, they are right there. But it's hard to win games. I know I say that every week. It's hard to win games. You're right. That's an extensive payroll, and it's hard to win games.
What do you think it is?
A lot.
They're in 7th place. They're in 7th place. Guess who's in 8th? World champion West Virginia.
Yeah. Well, like I said, in the win column, you're 1 behind just a couple of, 3 teams.
You're 4 games back of the lead, but you're right.
Well, forget about the lead. Talk about,
So you're 2.5 games back from 2nd place Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But you have this really difficult stretch. See what you do. I mean, what can you do realistically in this stretch?
But my point is, so does everybody else. Like we'll get through this 3-game stretch, and then we're going to be staring down the barrel of TCU, and you're going to say, TCU's got some win. It's just that's just this league. Yeah. There's just not a game. You don't have the benefit of some of these other leagues, a Big Ten, the Big East in the old days, where you would line up and Rutgers was coming in. All due respect, but you don't have one of those.
I mean, why do you say? I mean, you don't even mean it.
Rutgers used to be good.
When? Tom Young?
Well,
hell, that was in the 70s. That's 50 years.
There were some South Florida basketball teams in the Big East that would roll in. You'd say, okay, come on in, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
There'd be some Seton Hall teams that would come in and say, are you guys still playing basketball?
Some Providence teams.
All due respect. Some Providence teams, right.
Yeah.
So you had some nights where you could – St. John's went through a period where they were no good.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
This particular version of the Big 12 just doesn't have that right now.
I agree.
All due respect to all the other leagues in college basketball.
Have we decided when we're getting back together?
No. TBD. See what happens.
All right.
Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
Well, we'll see what happens.
All we'll say is subscribe so you don't miss it. We just got this. The schedule is weird. The Thursday game is weird.
It's weird.
We don't play Thursdays.
Yeah, threw us all off.
Yeah,
hey, have a good trip, guys, and we'll be listening.
Hops, we appreciate your support. Everything you do for the.
What's that environment like?
It'll be good. If they're going, it'll be good.
Loud. Very unique facility. So it's more. I wouldn't call it an arena. I'd say facility. Wouldn't you say facility more than an arena?
I don't know why.
They got that overhead thing in the end zone, which kind of makes it different and unique. Right?
You can get loud in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd like to see where they. I mean, where is the fan base right now on this deal? Just got beat 20+ at Houston. Like, what's the vibe?
Maybe a good night for them to just stay home.
Be some West Virginia fans. Jeff and Jackie Jenkins and Caleb Jenkins et al. will all be there.
Yeah,
oh, good.
He's bringing 6.
Yeah,
Jenkins has got 6.
You see what he paid for tickets?
Pretty cheap.
He got
$12, right?
$12.
$12 American.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is he inside the arena?
But yeah, he'll find his way around there. 3 Guys brought to us by GoMart. Get yourself that GoMart rewards card and immediately begin saving on food and fuel. Download the GoMart app. I filled up yesterday. Very nice. My points are building up quite nice.
Couldn't wait till Saturday?
No, I needed to get it. 3 Guys brought to us by Lou Wendell Marine Sales in St. Albans. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com. By Tudor's Biscuit World. Start your day the homemade way. Take advantage of the Sunrise Special. Throughout the month of February for $5, you get enough to fill your belly. By Comax Business Systems, keeping West Virginia's business data safe, secure, and efficient for 25 years. By Jan Dills, attorneys at law, they won't take no for an answer. And by Conley CPA Group, providing value beyond numbers. That'll do it for us. Stay warm. We'll be back. We'll recap Cincinnati, and then we'll look ahead to...
No.
I don't even know what the hell we're doing. Texas Tech. What are we doing?
Subscribe and follow. I don't know. We'll be back
subscribe and follow. We promise we'll be back sometime in the next several days.
Get one of these. We'll see you next time.
Hey, if you can't play a sport, be a good sport. Thanks for being with us.